Hashtag the little mouse who learned to share once upon a time. In a cozy little house behind the garden wall, there lived a tiny mouse named Pip. Pip had the fluffiest gray fur and the brightest black eyes. He also had something very special, a magical red scarf that his grandmother had knitted for him. The scarf wasn't just warm. It seemed to glow with love and comfort on the coldest days. Pip loved his special scarf more than anything. Every morning, he would carefully wrap it around his neck before heading out to collect food. Other mice would often ask to borrow it, but Pip always said no. "It's my special scarf," he would say, holding it close. One particularly rainy morning, Pip was rushing home with his favorite breakfast, a big piece of yellow cheese and some fresh berries. The rain was getting heavier, but his magical scarf kept him warm and dry. That's when he heard a sound that made his ears twitch, quiet sniffling coming from behind a flower pot. Behind the pot sat a smaller mouse, shivering in the rain. Her name was Lucy, and she looked cold and completely lost. Her fur was wet, and her whiskers drooped sadly. Next to her lay a broken umbrella made from a leaf. "What's wrong?" Pip asked, tilting his head. "I'm lost," Lucy whispered, her voice shaking. "I was collecting food for my little brothers and sisters, but the wind blew my leaf umbrella away. Now I can't find my way home, and they'll be so hungry." Her tiny whiskers trembled as she spoke. Pip looked at his cozy red scarf, then at his delicious cheese and berries. He thought about Lucy's hungry siblings waiting at home. Something in his heart felt different, like it was growing bigger and warmer. Without hesitation, Pip unwrapped his beloved scarf. "Here," he said softly, wrapping it around Lucy's shoulders. "This will keep you warm, and we can share my breakfast too." Lucy's eyes grew wide with surprise. But won't you be cold? And what about your breakfast?" Pip smiled, feeling a new kind of warmth in his heart. "Helping you feels warmer than any scarf. And food tastes better when shared with friends." Together they sat under a large leaf, sharing the cheese and berries while Pip listened to Lucy's story. She told him about her family, 3 little siblings who she helped care for since their father had gone missing during a stormy night. "I know these gardens well," Pip said cheerfully. I can help you find your way home, and I can show you all the best spots to find food for your family." As they walked through the garden, Pip taught Lucy all his secret shortcuts and showed her the safest paths to find food. When they finally reached Lucy's home, her little siblings came running out to greet her. Their tiny faces lit up at the sight of their big sister. Lucy's mother was so touched by Pip's kindness that she invited him to stay for dinner. That evening, all the mice gathered around a warm feast of seeds, berries, and tiny mushrooms. Lucy's mother, who was skilled at crafting, spent the next few days knitting a beautiful blue scarf for Pip. From that day on, Pip and Lucy became the best of friends. Every morning they would meet to collect food together, wearing their matching scarves. They shared everything: adventures, snacks, and stories. Pip even helped Lucy's family build a cozy new home closer to his house. Other mice in the garden noticed the change in Pip. He was no longer just the mouse with the special scarf. He was the mouse with the biggest heart. Soon, more mice began sharing their own things, making their little garden community warmer and happier than ever before. Sometimes on quiet evenings, you can still see two little mice sitting together on a garden wall, wearing colorful scarves and sharing their daily treats. They learned that the magic wasn't in the scarf at all. It was in the joy of sharing and caring for others. And that's how Pip discovered that when you share your happiness with others, it doesn't get smaller. It grows bigger and bigger until it fills the whole garden with love.